Hi ADHD friends, ready to become gutsy cooks? Let's start now. Today we're going to make tuna casserole. This is a variation of my mom's recipe. In my memory, we had this weekly as a child, although she assures me that was not the case. One of the things that makes this so yummy is the toasted breadcrumbs on top. It's also the easiest way to mess this recipe up. So when it comes to the breadcrumbs, pay attention. Tuna casserole is one of those things you can make ahead of time, cover with plastic wrap, and then heat before you eat. So if it's a day where maybe cooking's easier in the morning, you want to put it in the fridge and heat it later, that works for this recipe. Tuna casserole is an easy fish dinner without a lot of cost. So I hope you enjoy it. Gather your equipment, your ingredients, and yourself. These are the equipment ingredients for this recipe. You may want to pause the slide here as you gather your equipment and ingredients. I am going to read it for our visually impaired friends, or you can go to the next timestamp. You'll need a large pot and a colander, a mixing spoon, a saute pan, measuring cups, a 13x9 baking dish, and cooking spray. You'll also need 16 ounces of pasta ribbons. We use non-egg pasta ribbons in this, or your favorite shaped pasta. 11 ounces of water-packed tuna, 3 cans of cream of chicken, or for a vegetarian option, cream of mushroom soup, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Get ready. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and cook the pasta according to the package directions. When it's finished, you're going to drain it in the colander. In the meantime, open the cans of soup and tuna. Then we're going to get started on our breadcrumbs while the pasta is cooking. In a small saucepan, you're going to melt the butter on medium-low heat, which is 2 to 3. Then you're going to add the 1 cup of breadcrumbs, and you're going to stir these until they're toasted. This can take 5 to 7 minutes on that lower heat. You can increase the heat, but my mom advises do not walk away from this, because as soon as you walk away, they will be burned. So this may be difficult. It was difficult for me to pay attention to them because the process is slow. But as soon as you see that they are turning a nice brown color, you need to really watch carefully. And you'll see how this changes right here. So when they get to be this color, and you can see I was like, uh-oh. And right there in the middle, you'll see that dark patch. Okay, that's when you know that they're almost finished. If you start seeing any black or brown darker than that, yep, I pointed to it there. That's what you need to look for. And once they're that color, you're going to take them off the heat. Combine. You're going to start this step by spraying the bottom of the baking dish with cooking spray, and then you're going to place half of the pasta in the bottom of the dish. On top of the noodles, spread 1 can of the chicken soup. And you're going to try and spread it around. Think about if you cut this into squares, what is somebody going to get a mouthful of? Or is it just going to be dry noodles and pasta? So in the layers, you're going to want to spread out each layer. Think about a grid as you're spreading everything out. On top of the soup layer, distribute half of the tuna. Now, I'm very carefully doing this with a fork, but on the second round, I just put my fingers in there because I got a little impatient. Once again, make sure everybody is getting in their scoop of tuna casserole, they're getting each of the ingredients, so spread it about. And then you're going to repeat the pasta, soup, tuna layers. If you happen to do pasta tuna soup, which I think actually is what my mom does, it's not a big deal. Don't start over. It'll be fine. Just layer it all in there and make sure everybody's getting a bite of each ingredient. Once you've finished your layers, you're going to go ahead and add the breadcrumbs. And just go slowly here, tap the pan, Breadcrumbs are not something you can easily adjust, so take your time spreading them out. If you do need to make some adjustments, you can see I took the mixing spoon or spatula here and just spread them over. Nobody will know. It will be delicious. Heat. Bake in the oven for 15 minutes. Set a timer or 2 timers. Finish and serve. When you take it out of the oven, it is ready to go. You're going to serve this probably best with a deep spoon. You can use plates or large flat pasta bowls or soup bowls. And there you go. You have Mom's Tuna Casserole. I hope you enjoy it. Even though I am a little snarky about it, it really was one of the meals we enjoyed as kids, sitting around the dinner table. Tuna casserole, great for Lent, great for a quick meal, great for a make-ahead meal. Enjoy! Now go get gutsy. If you liked this recipe, please subscribe. Thank you for your time and attention. Now go get gutsy.